Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered who that senior person is staring back at you? The senior face looks familiar, but the eyes tell a different story. Tired, lonely, unsure of what comes next. What if I told you that growing old is not about fading away? It is about finally being seen, not less of who you are, but more of what you have become. Most senior people think aging is the slow decline into silence. But what if aging is actually a doorway to healing, to meaning, to your most powerful years? Yet in this video, we are going to explore a truth many people are too afraid to say out loud. We'll talk about why growing old can feel invisible and how to take back that sense of worth. You will hear a story that might sound a lot like yours. You will also discover 2 simple things you can start doing today that will bring more energy. This is not just a video, it is a mirror, and maybe it is time you finally saw yourself. Against truth about aging that no one talks about. Aging does not happen all at once. It is not like flipping a switch. It comes quietly. One morning, your hands shake a little more when you pour your coffee, your legs feel heavier. After climbing the stairs, you forget names you used to say without thinking. But the hardest part is not the physical changes, it is the silence that follows, the feeling that the world has moved on without you, that your opinions do not matter as much, that your presence does not carry weight anymore. Somewhere along the way, society started treating aging like a problem to be solved, not a journey to be respected. But here is the truth: aging is not the end of value, it is the expansion of it. You are not becoming less, you are becoming deeper, more textured, more aware. Lines on your face are not flaws, they are your life written in soft ink. What no one tells you is that your story, your wisdom, your very presence has the power to anchor a family, guide a generation, heal old wounds. But only if you believe it. This video is not about pretending everything is fine. It is about remembering that even if the world grows quieter around you, your voice still matters. You are still here, you still belong, and you still have so much to give. A story you might recognize. Walter was 72 years old when his wife passed away. They had been married for over 40 years. She was his best friend, his partner, his compass. After she was gone, Walter stopped leaving the house. He ate his meals in silence, watched the same news channel over and over. He told his daughter he was fine, but the truth was he felt like a ghost in his own life. One day, his 8-year-old granddaughter gave him a small notebook and said, "Write me stories about when you were my age." Walter smiled politely and put the notebook away, but that night, he opened it. He wrote about climbing trees and catching fireflies. He wrote about the smell of his mother's kitchen, and the first time he saw snow. Something happened. As he wrote, he remembered who he used to be, not just a grieving man, not just a tired body, but a boy full of wonder, a man who had lived and loved and still had something to say. Started writing every night. Eventually, he shared his stories online. To his surprise, hundreds of people responded. Strangers said his memories reminded them of their own fathers, grandfathers, even themselves. Walter found something he thought he had lost forever: purpose. His story is not unique. It is a quiet reminder that sometimes all it takes is one small invitation to return to the world. You are never too old to begin again, even if it starts with a blank page and a memory. Quiet fears no one sees. Spend every smile behind every doing fine. There is often a quiet fear that lives in the heart of aging. It is not just the fear of illness or memory loss, it is the fear of becoming invisible, of being a burden, of slowly fading from the lives of those you love. You hesitate to speak up when you feel pain because you do not want to worry your children. You might keep your struggles to yourself because you think everyone else is already too busy. That silence, that quiet holding back, can feel like strength, but it can also become a wall between you and the world. There is no shame in needing help. There is no weakness in saying the truth. As many people around you feel the same. They are just waiting for someone brave enough to say it first. You spent your life caring for others. Now it is time to allow others to care for you, not because you are less, but because you are loved. Asking for support does not mean giving up control. It means choosing connection over isolation. It means allowing yourself to be seen again as a whole person, not just someone growing older. You are not alone in these feelings. You are not broken. Small steps that make a big difference. See, you do not need to change everything overnight. You do not need a new lifestyle or a long checklist. What you need is one small act each day that reminds you are still living. Go for a short walk and feel the breeze on your face. Call someone you have not spoken to in a while and say hello. Write down one memory that still makes you smile. Play a song from your youth and let it carry you back. You still belong here even when the room gets quieter, even when the phone rings less, even when the mirror reflects more years than you remember passing. You still belong. You are not extra. You are not in the way. You are not to let every breath you take is proof that you are still a part of this world. Your story is still being written, not in the big moments, but in the gentle ones. The smile you gave to a stranger, the advice you offered when no one else knew what to say, the quiet strength you carry just by showing you are part of a generation that saw more, felt more, endured more, and still stood tall. Do not let the silence fool you. You are needed, you are seen, you are deeply valued. No matter what the world looks like now, there is still a place for you in it, and that place is not just in the past, it is right here. No, the world may seem fast and loud, but your calm, your depth is the anchor. Many are silently looking for you, still have something to teach, something to pass on, and the time to begin. It is now. A gentle ending and a powerful beginning. So, what have we really talked about today? We spoke about the quiet fears that come with aging, loneliness that sometimes sneaks in without knocking, feeling of becoming invisible in a world that moves too fast. But we also shared something else. Who remembered that aging is not the closing chapter. It is the turning of a page into a deeper story, a wiser story, a more honest and human story. Saw how one man rediscovered his voice through an old notebook. Oh, small steps can reopen a heart that had quietly shut its door. How asking for help does not weaken us but connects us. And most importantly, remember that you are still here. Your breath still resists, your presence still matters. Your story is still unfolding. You do not need to chase a new life, you only need to honor the one you already carry. Life filled with lessons, with love, with strength. So if you take only one thing from this video, it be this: you are not too old to matter, you are not too late to begin again, and you are never too far gone to be seen, loved, and needed. Let today be the start of a new conversation with yourself, with those around you, at the life that is still waiting for you to show up, because you still belong. In the world is better because you are in it.